The year is 2026, and we are living in an era where the line between reality and fabrication has become terrifyingly thin. A photograph surfaces on the internet. It shows Tori Roloff holding a newborn baby, standing alongside her husband Zach, who is cradling another infant. Their 3 existing children, Jackson, Lila, and Josiah, are arranged around them in what appears to be a perfect family portrait. The caption reads like a celebratory announcement. Congratulations! Tori Roloff has given birth to twins, baby number 4 and 5. The internet explodes. Fans rush to congratulate the couple. Social media platforms are flooded with messages of joy and surprise. But here's the question that should give us all pause. What if none of it is real? What if that photograph you are looking at right now was never actually taken? Welcome to Reality Scoop. Before we dive deep into this fascinating story, please take a moment to hit that subscribe button. We bring you the truth behind the headlines, and this is one story you do not want to miss. Today, we are pulling back the curtain on one of the most viral internet hoaxes to hit the reality television world in years. We are investigating the alleged birth of twins for little people, big world stars Tori and Zach Roloff. We will dissect the rumors, examine the evidence, and uncover the truth about what is really happening in the Roloff household. To understand the story, we need to start with the family at its center. Tori Roloff rose to fame on the long-running TLC reality series Little People, Big World. The show documented the lives of the Roloff family, who own and operate a pumpkin farm in Oregon. Tori married Zach Roloff, one of the twin sons of the family patriarch, Matt Roloff, and matriarch, Amy Roloff. Together, Zach and Tori became fan favorites, with viewers watching their love story unfold on screen and following their journey into parenthood. The couple already has 3 beautiful children: Jackson, who was born in 2017, Lila, born in 2019, and Josiah, born in 2022. All 3 of their children inherited achondroplasia, a form of dwarfism, from their father. For years, fans have been captivated by their family dynamic, and the question of whether they would have a 4th child has been a persistent topic of discussion. The speculation was so constant that Tori herself has had to address it multiple times. On one occasion, when rumors surfaced that she was pregnant with baby number 4, she responded with characteristic wit, saying that the only new additions to their family were some newly acquired baby chicks. But the rumor mill never stopped churning. Then came the photograph. A seemingly official family portrait began circulating online, showing Zach and Tori holding not 1, but 2 newborn babies. The image appeared to be an official announcement, leading many to believe that the couple had secretly welcomed twins, expanding their family to 5 children. The news spread like wildfire, creating a frenzy among fans who felt blindsided by what appeared to be a massive secret kept from the public. However, the truth is far more unsettling than a simple pregnancy announcement. The photograph is entirely fake. It is a product of artificial intelligence, designed to mislead and deceive. When Tori Roloff herself saw the image circulating, she was shocked. She immediately took to her Instagram stories to debunk the viral rumor. "I actually can't handle the internet today," she wrote. "The amount of people who have sent this to me." She made it abundantly clear that the image was not real. "And no, we did not have secret twins," she stated emphatically. The internet, as she put it, was reaching. The couple had not secretly expanded their family. The photograph was not a genuine announcement, but a piece of digital propaganda designed to create confusion and generate clicks. The level of detail in the fake photograph was sophisticated enough to fool casual observers. But for those who know the family well, the cracks were immediately visible. Tori herself pointed out a glaring flaw. The image of Zach in the photograph did not even look like her husband. It was a manipulated piece of media designed to capitalize on the public's fascination with the family and the ongoing speculation about their future. This is a stark reminder of the world we live in today. Artificial intelligence has advanced to the point where it can create hyper-realistic images of events that simply never happened. We are entering an era where seeing is no longer believing. Behind the headlines and the digital manipulation, there is a real family dealing with real life. Tori and Zach have always been open about their lives, sharing the joys and challenges of parenthood with their followers. But they have also set boundaries. After the birth of their 3rd child, they made it clear that they were done having children. On their podcast, Raising Heights, they discussed their decision candidly. Zach stated that they had ended it, while Tori acknowledged that they would never know what it would have been like to have a fourth or fifth child. This is a family that has been through a lot. Tori has spoken openly about the physical and mental health challenges she faced during her previous pregnancies. The decision to stop having children was a deeply personal one, made for the well-being of Tori and the family they already have. The fake pregnancy rumors are not just an invasion of privacy, they are a denial of the family's own narrative. For years, fans have speculated about Tori's body. She has been photographed, analyzed, and accused of hiding a pregnancy based on angles and lighting. False rumors about a fourth pregnancy have circulated before, often fueled by AI-generated images that fans share without verification. This constant pressure to conform to the public's expectations, rather than their own reality, is a burden that reality TV stars are forced to bear long after the cameras stop rolling. The family has moved on from the show. Little People, Big World ended its run in 2024. Zach and Tori have moved to Washington State, building a new life away from the farm and the drama that often accompanied it. They have created a beautiful life with their 3 children, and that is the reality that matters. This incident is a symptom of a much larger problem plaguing our society. We are in the midst of an information crisis. The tools needed to create convincing falsehoods are now available to anyone. What started as a viral piece of gossip about a reality TV family is actually a warning sign for the rest of us. If Tori and Zach, who are public figures, can have their reality twisted by AI, it can happen to anyone. It can shape public opinion, damage reputations, and spread panic. The question is no longer whether you trust the news, but whether you trust your own eyes. So, what is the lesson to be learned from this story? First, we must become more critical consumers of information. Before sharing a shocking headline or a viral photo, we must stop and ask, is this real? Where is the source? Does this match what we know to be true? Second, we must recognize the humanity behind the headlines. Tori Roloff is not just a character on a screen. She is a mother of 3, a wife, and a person who deserves privacy and respect. The excitement of a potential new baby may have been exciting, but it was built on a foundation of lies. The real story here is about a family trying to live their lives in peace while the digital world attempts to rewrite their story. The Roloffs are not just a reality TV family, they are a family dealing with the same complexities as anyone else. Their journey has been filled with triumphs and tragedies, marriages and divorces, and the ongoing drama of the family farm. Matt Roloff, the patriarch, has been trying to sell a portion of the farm for years, which has caused significant rifts within the family, particularly between him and his sons, Zach and Jeremy. Zach had expressed a desire to take over the farm, but Matt's decision to sell the property outside the family shattered those expectations and led to years of tension. In 2021, Zach and Tori moved away from Oregon to Washington, seeking a fresh start. The sale of the farm has been a point of contention for years, and the family is still navigating the fallout. Tori recently visited the farm for the first time in nearly 4 years, reflecting on the memories, both good and bad, that the property holds. Their lives are not defined by a single viral hoax. They are defined by the everyday moments of raising their children, navigating their relationships, and building a future that is entirely their own. The photo of the twins may have been fake, but the love they have for their 3 children is very real. As we wrap up this investigation, let us remember the facts. Tori Roloff did not give birth to twins in secret. The photograph that captivated the internet is a fake. The couple is happy with their family of 5. The viral rumor was a fabrication designed to deceive. This story should remind us that while the internet is a powerful tool for connection, it is also a weapon of mass deception. We must remain vigilant, question everything, and be wary of the digital world's ability to manufacture reality. For Tori and Zach, the story is a frustrating but perhaps instructive episode in their lives. They have, yet again, been forced to clarify their personal lives to the public because someone decided to make up a story. But they are not letting it define them. They are continuing to live their lives, posting about their children's milestones and finding joy in the simple things. The only new addition to the Roloff household is, as Tori humorously pointed out, potentially a new chick, not a baby. Let us pause for a moment and consider what this experience must have been like for Tori Roloff herself. Imagine waking up to hundreds of messages flooding your phone. Friends, family members, and complete strangers are all sending you the same photograph. They are congratulating you on something that never happened. They are asking you questions about babies that do not exist. They are commenting on your body, your family planning decisions, and your private life. This is not a hypothetical scenario. This is the reality that Tori faced when the fake twin photograph went viral. The emotional toll of such an experience cannot be overstated. Tori has been in the public eye for over a decade. She has navigated the complexities of reality television fame with grace and authenticity. She has shared her struggles with postpartum depression, her physical challenges during pregnancy, and the joys and difficulties of raising children with dwarfism. She has been open, honest, and vulnerable with her audience. And yet, despite all of this transparency, the internet decided to create a fiction about her life that she was then forced to debunk. This raises profound questions about the relationship between public figures and their audiences. When does admiration cross the line into entitlement? When do fans begin to believe that they have a right to know every detail of a celebrity's life? The Roloff family has always been open about their lives. They invited cameras into their home for years, allowing viewers to witness their most intimate moments. But that openness was always conditional. It was a choice they made. The fake twin photograph represents a violation of that choice. It is the internet taking something that was never offered and creating a narrative that serves its own curiosity rather than respecting the family's boundaries. To fully understand the story, we must examine the broader context of reality television and the fan culture that surrounds it. Little People, Big World premiered in 2006, at a time when reality television was still finding its footing. The show was groundbreaking in many ways. It offered viewers an unprecedented look into the lives of a family with dwarfism, challenging stereotypes and humanizing a community that had long been marginalized in media. The Roloffs became pioneers, using their platform to advocate for disability awareness and inclusion. Over the years, the show evolved. The children grew up. The parents divorced. New relationships formed. The family dynamics shifted and changed in ways that felt authentic and relatable. Viewers felt like they were growing up alongside the Roloff children. They invested emotionally in their triumphs and their struggles. This emotional investment is the foundation of reality television's power. It creates a parasocial relationship between viewers and the people on screen. We feel like we know them. We feel like they are part of our lives. We feel like we have a stake in their happiness. But this parasocial relationship has a dark side. When fans feel this deeply connected to public figures, they can begin to feel entitled to their lives. They can begin to believe that their speculation and curiosity are justified. They can begin to cross boundaries that should never be crossed. The fake twin photograph is a perfect example of this phenomenon. The internet had been speculating about whether Tori and Zach would have more children for years. They had discussed it openly. They had made their decision clear. But that was not enough for some people. They wanted the story to be different. So they created a new story. They manufactured a reality that aligned with their desires, completely disregarding the actual reality of the family's life. Why do we fall for these hoaxes? Why do we share them so quickly? The psychology behind viral misinformation is complex and deeply rooted in human nature. First, there is the element of novelty. We are drawn to surprising and unexpected information. A couple with 3 children suddenly having twins is a shocking and exciting story. It grabs our attention and demands a reaction. Second, there is the element of social validation. When we share breaking news, we position ourselves as insiders. We feel like we are part of something important. We gain social currency by being the first to spread the news. Third, and perhaps most importantly, there is the element of confirmation bias. We are more likely to believe information that confirms what we already suspect or desire to be true. Many fans wanted Tori and Zach to have more children. They had been hoping for another pregnancy announcement. When the fake photograph appeared, it confirmed their hopes. It made them feel validated. It made them feel like their speculation had been correct. This confirmation bias is a powerful force that can override our critical thinking skills. We want the story to be true, so we accept it without question. The speed at which misinformation spreads today is unprecedented. Social media platforms are designed to reward engagement. The more shocking and sensational the content, the more likely it is to be shared. Algorithms prioritize content that generates strong emotional reactions. This creates an environment where misinformation can go viral in a matter of hours. By the time the truth emerges, the damage has already been done. Millions of people have already seen the false information. Many of them will never see the correction. And even if they do, the initial impression has already been formed. Let us now consider a dimension of the story that is often overlooked: the impact on the children. Jackson, Lila, and Josiah Roloff did not ask to be in the public eye. They were born into a family that was already famous. Their entire lives have been documented, first on television and now on social media. They are growing up in a world where strangers feel entitled to comment on their appearance, their development, and their family dynamics. This is a heavy burden for any child to bear. The fake twin photograph is not just a violation of Tori and Zach's privacy. It is a violation of their children's privacy as well. The photograph imagined a future for the family that does not exist. It added siblings to the family that are not real. This may seem like a harmless piece of digital fiction, but it has real-world implications. It creates confusion for the children themselves. Imagine being Jackson, Lila, or Josiah and seeing photographs of siblings that do not exist circulating online. Imagine being asked by friends or classmates. Imagine being asked by friends or classmates about your new brothers or sisters. Imagine the confusion and distress that this would cause. This is the reality of growing up in the digital age. The boundary between public and private has become increasingly blurred. Children of public figures are particularly vulnerable to this phenomenon. Their lives are often documented and shared without their consent. Their images are used by strangers for purposes they cannot control. The fake twin photograph is a stark reminder of the ways in which the internet can invade the lives of even the most private individuals. It is a reminder that the decisions we make about sharing information online have consequences that extend far beyond ourselves. The fake twin photograph was not created by a skilled Photoshop artist. It was created by artificial intelligence. This is a significant development that deserves our attention. AI technology has advanced to the point where it can generate hyper-realistic images of people and events that never occurred. The tools are accessible and easy to use. Anyone with an internet connection and a basic understanding of AI can create convincing fake images. This democratization of image manipulation has profound implications for how we perceive reality. We have always been able to manipulate photographs. Photo editing has been around since the early days of photography. But traditional photo editing required skill and expertise. It was time-consuming and expensive. AI has changed all of that. Now, anyone can generate a fake image in seconds. The results are often indistinguishable from genuine photographs. This means that we can no longer trust visual evidence in the way we once did. A photograph is no longer proof that something happened. It is simply evidence that someone created an image. This is a fundamental shift in how we understand truth and reality. For most of human history, seeing was believing. If you saw a photograph of something, you could be reasonably confident that it had occurred. That is no longer the case. We are entering an era where visual evidence can be manufactured at will. This has serious implications for journalism, law enforcement, and public trust. If we cannot trust photographs, what can we trust? This is the question that the Tori Roloff twin hoax forces us to confront. The spread of the fake twin photograph also raises questions about the responsibility of social media platforms and media outlets. The photograph was shared widely on platforms like Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. It was reported on by entertainment news sites. It was treated as news, even though it was entirely fabricated. This is a failure of the information ecosystem. Platforms have a responsibility to detect and remove misinformation. News outlets have a responsibility to verify information before reporting it. In this case, both failed. The challenge is that misinformation is difficult to detect and even more difficult to remove. It spreads faster than fact-checkers can keep up. It often appears on multiple platforms simultaneously. By the time a platform identifies and removes a piece of misinformation, it has already reached millions of people. This is the fundamental problem of the digital age. The speed of information dissemination far exceeds the speed of information verification. We are in a constant race against the clock, trying to separate truth from fiction before the fiction becomes embedded in the public consciousness. There have been some efforts to address this problem. Platforms have implemented fact-checking programs and AI detection tools. Some news outlets have established verification protocols for digital content. But these efforts are insufficient. They are reactive rather than proactive. They respond to misinformation after it has already spread, rather than preventing it from spreading in the first place. The Tori Roloff twin hoax is a case study in the limitations of current approaches. Despite the efforts of platforms and fact-checkers, the false information spread widely and quickly. By the time Tori debunked it, the damage was already done. What can we learn from the story? The first lesson is that we must all become more critical consumers of information. We cannot accept everything we see online at face value. We must verify sources, question narratives, and be skeptical of information that seems too shocking or too convenient to be true. This is not about being cynical or distrustful.